Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you. May I request all of you to kindly take seats at this point in time, and a polite reminder to all of you to kindly keep your mobile phones on silent. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. I'm Aishwarya Singh, and I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this joint program of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, and the Hydraulic Trailers Owners Association. Ladies and gentlemen, heavy transport in India entering into an era through digitization. Now, it is in sync with the Government of India's policy of going digital and turning towards e-governance that the Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways and Shipping, Shri Nitin Gadkari, will be launching a web portal for online approval of movement of over-dimensional and overweight cargo today at this day-long seminar on heavy transport in India, entering a new era through digitization. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to everyone at the back, and may I request and urge you to kindly take seats, ladies and gentlemen, since we're now beginning with the proceedings. Now, we all do agree that this will be a path-breaking initiative to mark a new era for heavy transport in India by ensuring digitization in the sector. Hydraulic Trailers Owners Association has been constantly working towards building ethical practices, ladies and gentlemen, through the regulatory framework. And this initiative will only be a beginning towards that vision. We're indeed grateful to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, for this transformative single window solution to reduce the transit time of projects. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, as I welcome you once again to today's seminar, I request you to take seats and please keep your mobile phones on silent. With that, I'm now going to invite our esteemed dignitaries on the dais. Our Honorable Chief Guest and our guest of honor are on their way, and they're going to be joining us shortly. But meanwhile, I will request our other eminent dignitaries to kindly grace the dais at this point in time. May I request Shri Vijay Chibbar, Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, to kindly join us on the dais. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to request at this point in time Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL, to kindly join us on stage. May I request Shri S.N. Das, DG, Roads Development and Special Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, to kindly join us on stage. May I request Shri A.P. Pathak, Chief Engineer, Bridge, Ministry of Road Transport, to kindly grace the dais. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for him as well. I request Shri Vishnu Agarwal, Chairman, IEEMA, to kindly grace the dais. Thank you for the applauses going on, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, sir, for gracing this occasion. Please bring him with a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. May I request Shri Kamal Bali, MD, Volvo Trucks India, to kindly grace the dais. Welcome, sir. Shri Armin Kalyaniwala, CEO, All Cargo. Warm welcome, sir. May I request Shri Manish Kataria, Chairman, HTOA, to kindly join us on stage. Thank you very much for the applauses, ladies and gentlemen. We are still awaiting the arrival of Shri S.N. Das. He's going to be here very shortly, and the other dignitaries will also be joining on the dais very, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. With that, I now take the privilege of introducing the esteemed dignitaries on the dais. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense privilege to introduce you to Shri Vijay Chibbar, who is the Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, gracing the dais amidst us. He is an IS officer of the 1978 batch, and he held several posts in both the state and central governments. Shri Chibbar is an alumni of the National Defense College. He holds a graduate and postgraduate degree in history from St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi. Once again, thank you, sir, for taking the time out and being with us on this very, very significant occasion. We have gracing the dais Shri Manish Kataria, ladies and gentlemen, who is the chairman of Hydraulic Trainers Owners Association and partner, Kataria Carriers. He has joined as partner Kataria Carriers at the young age of 23, in fact, and under his leadership, Kataria Carriers has achieved new heights. He's known for providing holistic growth and development to all the stakeholders in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still awaiting the arrival of Shri B.P. Rao. But I would take the privilege of introducing him. Shri B. Prasad Rao has been the chairman and managing director of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited since October 2009. He has 29 years of diversified, versatile, and varied experience through working in major segments of BHEL. He's a mechanical engineer, graduate from Jawaharlal Nehru Technical University, Andhra Pradesh, India, and a postgraduate from NITIE, Mumbai. The other esteemed dignitary on the dais will be Shri Vishnu Agarwal, who is a B.Tech FIE, the founder and CMD of Technical Associates, chairman IEMA, Indian Electrical and Electronics Manufacturers Association, founded in 1948 as the Apex Association of Manufacturers of Electrical, Industrial, Electronics and Allied Equipment in India. An electrical engineer by training, he graduated from IIT Kanpur's second batch of B.Tech engineers in 1966 and started the Technical Associates Limited in Lucknow in 1969. We have on the dais Shri Armin Kalyaniwala, who has been the CEO of All Cargo since 2012 and is responsible, ladies and gentlemen, for projects, hydrocarbon and energy logistics. All Cargo Logistics offers specialized logistics services across multimodal transport operations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL, joining us on the dais now. Warm welcome to you, sir. Shri Kamal Bali is not here. Warm welcome to you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I was introducing Shri Armin Kalyaniwala, All Cargo Logistics offers specialized logistics services across multimodal transport operations, container freight station operations, and project and engineering solutions. And we are indeed very grateful to have Shri Kalyaniwala amongst us. We also have with us on the dais Shri Kamal Bali, who joined the Volvo Group in India as a board member and managing director of Volvo India Private Limited in April 2014. With a career spanning over 3 decades, predominantly in the automotive and the CE industry, he's worked for well-known Indian brands and has also established multinational corporations in India. He's been active in various industry bodies and has also been the panelist on various important industry and quasi-government forums. With that, once again, I extend a very warm welcome to the esteemed dignitaries who are already on the dais. We are indeed awaiting the arrival of our honorable chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, and our guest of honor. Along with him, of course, we're also awaiting the arrival of Shri S.N. Das, DG, RD and SS, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. He's here as well. So joining us on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, is Shri S.N. Das, DG Road Development and Special Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Let me take the opportunity of briefly introducing Shri A.P. Pathak to you. He is the Chief Engineer, Bridge, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Presently, he holds the charge of CE Bridges and Bridge Design Standards Research and Technology, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, which involves planning, maintaining, supervision and monitoring of national highway projects all over the country, particularly bridges and ROBs. Shri S.N. Das is the Director General Road Development in Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. He's also the Honorary Treasurer of the Indian Roads Congress. He's the convener of HSS, BSS and GSS Apex Committees of IRC and Chairman of Highways Research Board. He's also the convener of Mechanization Committee of Indian Roads Congress from the year 2009, and he has been instrumental in the formation of important IRC documents relating to mechanization. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will take the privilege of inviting the members of Hydraulic Trailers Owners Association to felicitate the esteemed dignitaries with a floral mark of honor. And first of all, I would request Mr. Zaxis Parabia to kindly join us on stage and present a floral bouquet to Shri Vijay Chibbar. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Shri Vijay Chibbar, Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you, Mr. Parabia, for doing the honors. And now may I request Mr. Siddharth from HTOA to step up on stage and present a floral mark of honor to Shri S.N. Das. Mr. Rajesh Gupta is joining us on stage instead and doing the honors and thanking Shri S.N. Das for his presence. Thank you very much, sir, once again. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Gupta, for doing the honors. May I now request Shri H.S. Acharya to step forward. There he is, coming from amongst the audience, and I would request and urge him to present a floral mark of honor to Shri A.P. Pathak. Joining us on stage from HTOA, Shri Acharya, I request you to present a floral mark of honor to Shri A.P. Pathak. And now we can have applauses, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir. May I now request Mr. Mahendra Kataria to kindly step forth and present the next one to Shri Vishnu Agarwal, Chairman, IEEMA. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the applauses, ladies and gentlemen. I will now request Mr. V. Sivakumar to kindly step forth and present the next one to Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL. May I request Mr. Ram Ratan Agarwal then instead? Okay, Mr. V. Sivakumar is here. There he is. Sir, I request you to please welcome Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL at this point. Thank you, sir. We really thank you for taking the time out and joining us. Thank you so much. I now request Mr. Ram Ratan Agarwal to kindly step forward and present the next one to Shri Kamal Bali, MD Volvo Trucks, India. Thank you once again, Shri Bali, and a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome him. I now request Mr. Jignesh Patel, not there. May I request Mr. Ramalingam? Mr. Sukhvinder is joining us on stage now, and I would request you, sir, to present the next one to Shri Armeen Kalyaniwala, CEO All Cargo. And a huge round of applause to go with that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, we also have to present flowers to Shri Manish Kataria, the chairman of Hydraulic Trailers Owners Association. And may I request Mr. Ramalingam to step forward. And can we have a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome Shri Kataria. So once again, we extend a very warm welcome to the esteemed dignitaries gracing the dais. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I take the privilege of thanking our sponsors. I think I'm getting a signal. Most likely, ladies and gentlemen, our honorable chief guest and our guest of honor have arrived from where I see. But very quickly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our premium sponsor Volvo, our gold sponsors Goldhofer, All Cargo Logistics Limited, and the Avashya Group. We'd also like to thank our kit sponsor Scania, our associate sponsors Nabros Transport Private Limited, associate sponsors JH Parabia, associate sponsors Procam Logistics, associate sponsor Resham Singh Group, associate sponsors Kataria Carriers, associate sponsors again Darcel Logistics, associate sponsors Globe Ecologistics Private Limited, associate sponsors ABC India Limited, and associate sponsors Urmila Project Services. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our sponsors because they're really behind the success and the strength of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, as we await the arrival of our honorable chief guest, I'd also like to say that our esteemed audience comprises of the major stakeholders like heavy equipment manufacturers, project owners, engineering, procurement and construction companies. And also there will be various research and academic institutes and friends from the media who will be here with us. And they will all take part in formulating a new path for the transport sector. This indeed will be a path-breaking initiative to mark a new era for the heavy transport industry in India by ensuring digitization. And I get a signal again. Ladies and gentlemen, I would only urge you that as soon as our Honorable Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways and Shipping, Government of India, Shri Nitin Jairam Gadkari is here, I would request you to kindly give him a huge round of applause as soon as he enters. And he's making an entry now, as I can see. Joining him will be Shri Piyush Goyal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shri Nitin Jairam Gadkari, our Honorable Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways and Shipping, Government of India. And joining him is Shri Piyush Goyal, Honorable Minister of State with independent charge for power, coal and new and renewable energy, Government of India. A very, very warm welcome to our Honorable Union Minister, Shri Nitin Jairam Gadkari. Thank you very much, sir, for taking the time out and being amongst us on this occasion. Thank you very much. And joining him is Shri Piyush Goyal. Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Piyush Goyal will be here shortly. Once again, I extend a very, very warm welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, our Honorable Union Minister, Shri Gadkari, and may I request at this point Shri Manish Kataria to kindly felicitate and welcome him with a floral mark of honor. Can we get flowers for our Honorable Chief Guest? Ladies and gentlemen, may I request and urge you to please give it up in a huge round of applause once again Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Gadkari Sahab. Thank you very much, sir, once again, for your kind presence. And I do now get the privilege, ladies and gentlemen, of talking about our Honorable Union Minister with a few words. And all I have to say is that he is a true visionary leader with great ideas and an innovative approach. He's also an able administrator who believes in attaining results, an iconic leader for the party workers, a leader of opposition who keeps the government on its toes when in opposition, a performer par excellence as a minister. And these are just very, very few words to talk about the persona of our Honorable Minister, Shri Nitin Gadkari. He's a leader who has the ability to make democracy deliver. We thank him once again for being here with us. With that, I will now invite Shri Manish Kataria, Chairman, Hydraulic Trailers Owners Association, to kindly deliver the welcome and keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Manish Kataria.
Respected Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways and Shipping, Government of India.
And it is indeed heartening that Shri Piyush Goyal is also here, our guest of honor, and the Honorable Minister of State with independent charge for power, coal and new and renewable energy, Government of India. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a member of Rajya Sabha and National Treasurer of Bharatiya Janata Party. During his 28-year-long political career, he has held several important positions at different levels in the BJP and in the national executive of the party. I'd request Mr. Jignesh Patel from HTOA to kindly step forth and present flowers to our guest of honor. Mr. Jignesh Patel, may I request you to please step forward in order to thank our guest of honor with a floral mark of honor. Here they are, sir. Please accept a floral mark of honor from members of HTOA. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take the privilege once again of inviting Shri Manish Kataria to deliver the welcome and keynote address, please. Sir.
Respected Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways and Shipping, Government of India, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Minister of State for Power, New and Renewable Energy, Government of India, Shri Vijay Chibbar ji, Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Shri BP Rao, CMD, BHEL, Shri Vishnu Agarwal ji, Chairman, AIMA, Shri Kamal Bali ji, MD Volvo Trucks India, Shri SN Das, DGRD, and Special Secretary, Government of India, Shri AP Pathak, Chief Engineer Bridges, Shri Armin Kalyani Wala, CEO All Cargo, and Shri Kamal Bali, MD Volvo Trucks India, distinguished dignitaries, government officials, industry leaders, vehicle manufacturers, hydraulic trailer manufacturers, guests and friends from across the globe. It is a matter of great honor for each one of us at Hydraulic Trailer Owners Association to have an opportunity to welcome you all for the inauguration ceremony of online approval facility for movement of over-dimensional and overweight equipment by modular hydraulic axle trailers under single window system from origin to destination, which will act as a milestone for Make in India and Digital India vision be a reality in truth. And the same will be followed by a full-day seminar on heavy transport in India, entering into a new era through digitalization. Sir, HTOA started its journey few years back in 2007 with a clear objective of bringing transparency in movement of over-dimensional cargo over modular hydraulic trailers and implementation of best global safe practices in such movements. And we today feel proud to announce that we have been able to move forward to our objective to a great extent with valued support from the central government. The same is supported by figures that approximately 1,200 movement permissions have been granted by the road wing of ministry in past 6 months, which is a number much larger than the cumulative figure for past 67 years of independence. We thank for the relentless efforts made by Shri A.P. Pathak, Chief Engineer Bridges, and his team under the able guidance of Shri Vijay Chibbar, Secretary RTH, Shri Sanjay Bandopadhyay, and Shri S.N. Das, DGRD. We would specifically like to thank Shri V.L. Patankar, who has been a driving force for recognition of ST loadings by the government. I also wish to thank Shri Alkesh Sharma, who put in his best effort and spared time for timely implementation of this scheme in the system. I also wish to thank Shri Mansoor ul Haq from NIC and my media partners who are here, who are covering and taking this opportunity to see that. As you all are aware, that overloading of trucks is like a nightmare in our road transport system, which is one of the major cause of road accidents. And today, Government of India is planning to have a safety week, road safety week from 11th to 17th of January. Today we can boldly say that with due recognition given to different hydraulic trailer loading arrangements by the government and IRC codes, we have a system in place which can eradicate overloading on Indian roads in true sense. As hydraulic trailers move at a very slow speed, they can be termed as the safest commercial vehicle on Indian roads if one compares the vehicle type accident data. The worry on date is not the gross vehicle weight, but it is the laden axle weight, which is the main cause of overloading. The real worry is the dimensional norms being flouted by the lightweight cargo carrying closed vehicles like FMCG, electronics, automobiles, who move at very high speeds and cause a direct threat to road safety, succumbing to pressures of manufacturers to reduce per unit freight cost, and such manufacturers have least concern over value of life lost in accidents. I hereby request Honorable Minister to take a note on the issue and ensure that a strict action is taken against user of such illegally built trucks, apart from the truck owners. I repeat, illegally built trucks, the users of the illegally built trucks, not the operators. We felt that only remedy to fill such gaps in system is a direct interaction between the real users, that is the large equipment manufacturers, and the regulators of law, that is ministry. We are thankful to Honorable Minister and Secretary and his entire team who bestowed confidence on STOA, and today we all are here under one roof to celebrate an occasion which will make us feel that our nation is one and not splitted into many states and union territories. The vision shown by our able Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to promote feeling of proud being an Indian seems getting true. Thanks, sir, for this landmark initiative, which will lead to a drastic reduction in transit time of project cargo and indirectly improve entire economic cycle of India when being enforced in real terms. Sir, this will be the start of our growth story for India becoming a developed nation. We all constantly need to work hard under coordination with each other for much more improvements in coming days so as to avoid misuse of the system by toll operators, specifically private toll operators in our case. Few requested measures which we look forward from the ministry and government is formation of a 24/7 control room for registration and time-bound redressal of grievances, if any, in movement of over-dimensional and overweight cargo by modular hydraulic trailers, and long-awaited amendments to the CMVR 1989. Inclusion of necessary clear provisions which are practically enforceable for such over-dimensional and overweight movements in New Road Transport and Safety Bill 2014. Design and construction of bridges on highways as per new codes for higher gross vehicle weights under HT loading arrangements. Public display of complete bridge details as being asked in Ministry's order dated 24 January 2013. Identification of frequently used corridors for over-dimensional and overweight consignment movements and upgradation of infrastructure to the desired level on such routes to make them freeways for such movements in due course of time. Sir, we also request you to take up the issue with the Finance Ministry so that these assets are recognized as an industry and we get long-term funding arrangements and also benefits in foreign exchange earning in case we are serving to the abroad countries. We also request you for promotion and development of facilities on waterways for over-dimensional and overweight consignment movement. We firmly believe that with all of us moving ahead on this path, jointly will lead to an India which will have surplus power and manufacturing units across India in very near future, seeing Make in India vision a reality. We once again are thankful to Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Shri Vijay Chibbar ji, and his entire team of officials who have worked day and night to make the stream of online approval facility for movement of over-dimensional on modular hydraulic axle trailers a reality. Let us join hands and move ahead on growth path. Thanks once again to all of you for gracing the occasion with your presence. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, Shri Kataria, for getting the welcome in order. Now that our esteemed dignitaries, our chief guest, our guest of honor, our audience is welcomed. Before we move on to the proceedings of this event, ladies and gentlemen, where the online portal will be launched, we have to start that on an auspicious note, and that is why I will request our honorable chief guest, Shri Gadkari, and our guest of honor, Shri Goyal, to kindly proceed for the lighting of the lamp. May I request the eminent dignitaries to also join them? It's to your right-hand side, gentlemen. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as the lamp is beginning to be lit. And the lamp is now lit, ladies and gentlemen. The auspicious beginning of this significant occasion now starts. I thank the esteemed dignitaries once again for doing the honors and request them to kindly take their place on the dais once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to the formal part of this occasion, the launching of the web portal, and I would now like to invite Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL, to kindly deliver the industry address at this point in time.
Well, good morning to all of you. Respected Shri Gadkari ji, Minister for Road Transport and Highways. Respected Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Minister for Power, Coal and New and Renewable Energy. Dignitaries in the dais, dignitaries in front of the dais, members for the media. I feel honored and privileged to be present on this occasion. In fact, I am very happy to be the trigger for this change, the whole change process which has been initiated. I remember the date, 8th December 2009, when BHEL was being reviewed by Cabinet Secretariat for the capacity addition program. The delays in the project execution were being reviewed. And this particular aspect of movement of heavy and ODC consignments has come in. By then, we lost one of our gas turbines, completely assembled gas turbines traveling to Gujarat, somewhere near Bhavnagar. Later on, in 2010, we lost another generator stator weighing around 350 tons, somewhere near Sagar in Madhya Pradesh while traveling from Hardwar to North Chennai site. Fortunately, that Cabinet Secretary has constituted an expert technical group under Secretary Heavy Industries with the active support of Ministry of Road Transport. This expert group started functioning and we went on to bring in a number of changes. In fact, this is, I feel, this is the first step in the change process. We have many more steps to achieve. In fact, if I trace back this whole exercise, a number of meetings have been held. The expert technical group has been widened with the presence of a number of other experts from other sectors who have been brought into this expert technical group. And I must say that it culminated ultimately with the then Honorable Prime Minister instructing that this has to be speeded up. And I thank the Ministry of Road Transport officials that time, Mr. Upadhyay, Secretary Transport that time, and later on taken over by Mr. Chibbar. And it culminated into this kind of event. In fact, if you look at this, the several meetings when it took place of the expert technical group, we brought out a number of guidelines in association with the Hydraulic Trailers Owners Association. And the main impediment for the movement of ODC consignments was the lack of recognition of such movements, and in the absence of any regulation guidelines, movement of these consignments were subject to abnormal delays and associated risks. In fact, after the 2 consignments fell in these, and the bridges gave way, the states have become very cautious in not allowing the consignments. For example, National Highways Authority of India that time issued a circular saying that more than 99 tons, no consignment should be allowed on the national highways. So these kind of regulations have come in to protect the properties. However, ultimately we need to transport these kind of heavy consignments, and the country is moving towards 800 megawatt set supercritical technologies, and heavier consignments are going to come in. It so happened that it happened more in power sector first. But I'm sure the other sectors are going to follow with these kind of consignments. So therefore, it was necessary for the country to put in place necessary regulations to transport this kind of heavy and ODC consignments. So again, I would like to congratulate the HTOA also for their efforts, which in association with Automotive Research Association of India, they submitted the first draft for amendment of Central Motor Vehicle Rules for inclusion of hydraulic trailers, which was further pursued by BHEL and HTOA, and the presentations were given to Ministry of Road Transport as well as before the IRC6 subcommittee regarding capabilities and features of hydraulic trailers. After detailed deliberations, it was decided to assess the load carrying capacity of the bridges vis-a-vis hydraulic trailer configurations through expert consultants suggested by Ministry of Road Transport, which was so far decided based on the IRC6 code, which specified configuration of the army tanks. Consultants were appointed, and thereafter, based on the report, Ministry issued comprehensive guidelines for issue of centralized system for permission by the Ministry, subject to the submission of route and condition assessment survey of the bridges and transporters. Now, I would like to urge further the Ministry of Road Transport to initiate necessary steps towards rehabilitating, strengthening the existing roads and bridges, also for making them suitable for ODC consignments. BHEL, in association with HTOA, has already submitted list of such major corridors and to Ministry. I am sure that online clearances will lead to preparation of data bank for identification of major corridors being used frequently for such movements, which should ultimately pave the way for development of ODC express corridors. This will also help in maintaining online bridge inventory across the country to facilitate route selection for safe ODC transportation. Issues in transportation of heavy and ODC consignments have been smoothened to a great extent, and the credit for the same must go to Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and the HTOA, besides the role played by Cabinet Secretariat, Department of Heavy Industries, and other ministries. I thank everybody for their efforts and wish all the best in their future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. We would particularly like to thank Shri B.P. Rao. It was under his leadership and it was the contribution of BHEL that truly made today happen. So thank you very much, sir, once again. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite next Shri Vishnu Agarwal, Chairman IEMA, to deliver the industry address yet again. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister Gadkari ji, our own minister and friend, philosopher and guide to the power sector, including the electrical equipment manufacturers, Piyush ji and friends. I'll tell you something which happened with me. One of the very respected corporate leaders of our country, who's respected within the country and abroad, talked about ethical business practices in business. That set me to think that if my friend, who's highly respected in the country, can talk of ethical businesses, why we in the power sector, who are famous for all the wrong reasons as far as ethical practices are concerned, cannot think of ethical businesses. And believe me, sir, in the association, I did talk to my friends as to how we as an industry can change our perception of being called ethical people and people who believe in doing ethical businesses. And amongst the many things that we thought of, transportation of our heavyweight equipment was one sector where doing ethical business was almost next to impossible. My friends just mentioned, you have a plethora of laws. You have a law which says that anything weighing than 99 tons cannot be transported. BP Rao just mentioned that you have 300-ton equipment which is going. I'm sorry the country had to lose 2 major equipments before we woke up to what is happening in the country. Sir, if in 6 months, as Manish said, you could give more clearances than what had happened in 67 years, I think this is an indicator of what is due to come. Sir, my sector, the electrical equipment manufacturers, probably have the largest overweight and overdimensional consignments which are to be transported. With larger power stations coming, higher transformers being put into the distribution and in the transmission sector, these weights are bound to increase. Sir, although this program is organized by the hydraulic trailer owners, but I was wondering to myself as to how Piyush ji and EMA are present over here. The answer is that we probably contribute to a very substantial part of their business and also to a very substantial part of the problems that are faced by the industry. Friends, we look forward to this occasion, probably as the first one where Honorable Minister Gadkari ji has only touched the fringe of making reforms and changes, and many more are due to come which would make our life of doing business in India simple. Sir, last week the Honorable Prime Minister talked about Make in India. Sir, Make in India is one issue. Being able to transport it, use it, send it to the destination in right condition is another. And that's what you are doing, sir. Thank you very much for inviting the electrical equipment manufacturers here. And Honorable Minister Gadkari ji, my good wishes to you on behalf of the industry for many more reforms that you'll bring into this sector. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Shri Agarwal. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I now take the privilege of inviting Shri Vijay Chibbar, Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, to deliver the special address. Please welcome him with a big hand once again.
Shri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Union Minister for Shipping, Road Transport and Highways. Shri Piyush Goyal, Honorable Minister for Power, Coal and Renewable Energy. Shri Manish Kataria, Chairman of the Hydraulic Trailer Owners Association, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the print and electronic media. Good morning to all of you and wishing you a happy New Year and a happy and a safe New Year, because road transportation, I think for us, safety is a major concern. Mr. Rao just talked about the loss of some equipment, and this really takes us to the heart of the subject of safety. On behalf of the ministry, firstly, a warm welcome to all of you to this launch of the web portal for online approval of movement of overdimensional and overweight cargo by Modular Hydraulics. This event is a culmination of several initiatives over the past few months, which Mr. Kataria and Mr. Rao did talk about. But really it has got some fast traction in the last 6 months. And while the challenge was to harmonize the safety aspects, particularly of our bridges, with the demands of the modern economy, we have taken the plunge, and we are here today to launch this online portal. This initiative is a step forward towards supporting government's overall commitment for hassle-free movement of goods in this case, and also passengers right through the country. And it is, in a sense, a larger part of minimum government and maximum governance. Free movement of goods and commodities is the essence of a modern economy, and we hope that this would be contributing in some measure towards this effort. Mr. Agarwal did make a reference to Make in India. I would only add, this is also a part of Digital India. We cannot have a Make in India unless there is rapid, efficient transportation. And this initiative being launched today will hopefully take us one step forward. This initiative will also help us in collection of data. We are woefully short of useful data. This initiative will help us capture relevant data more accurately, and on analysis, we hope to optimize cargo transportation, improve the supply chain management, and ensure the safety of existing highway assets, besides planning for new highway assets as we go along. This ODC portal will hopefully be upgraded in the very near future as we harmonize this with our bridge management system, which is just being launched by the ministry. We hope that in the next 6 months, adequate data will start flowing on the health of the existing bridges. And this harmonization will not only help us plan when we do the clearances, but will help the industry plan, as they can see from the portal itself what corridors are useful for their particular cargo and for their destinations. Mr. Rao did mention about strengthening of corridors, which they have suggested to us. Consultants have already been appointed, and we hope that very shortly we shall get their inputs, and we would be able to put in place a planned development of the corridors to service your requirements. One of the challenges that still remains is to harmonize this architecture with the state highways, because when you as industry move your cargo, you are traversing not only through the national highways, but also through the state highways. And we shall be making in the next couple of months proactive efforts to bring the states on board, so that when you as an industry plan your cargo movement, you are seeing the complete architecture of a transport corridor, notwithstanding the fact that part of it may be a national highway and part of it may be a state corridor. I would really compliment the association for having, for the first time, put all the stakeholders together, and I think this is a very, very meaningful initiative. As we go along, I wish you would play a similar proactive role and continue to do this, make this effort from time to time. I would also like to congratulate the association for launching the first Indian heavy lift journal, Heavy Haulers, during this event. And hopefully through this journal, we shall be able to share our views, our experiences, and progress as we go along. I would like to also thank all representatives of the association and many of my colleagues who have, without being named, put in a lot of effort to make this a success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take the privilege of inviting Shri Piyush Goyal, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge for New and Renewable Energy, Power and Coal, Government of India, to now deliver the Guests of Honor address. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause as I invite him to the podium.
Thank you. Most Honorable Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, beyond being a minister, he's also been very, very dear to me. He's encouraged me in all my work. He's mentored me whenever I face any difficulty, personally, professionally. and I wouldn't hesitate in saying he's a part of my family, more like an elder brother than only a party colleague or a minister, and I shall always be grateful to him for all that he has done for me. Shri Chibbard, Shri B.P. Rao, Shri Vishnu Agarwal, Manish ji, all other distinguished persons on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I feel extremely delighted that you thought it fit to invite me for this program. While it's more of a heavy transport initiative, but just like Mr. Agarwal said, we in the power sector are very intrinsically involved with your industry, with the problems that you face and which then get translated to the power sector. And in that sense, I feel very privileged to have been invited to this extremely important program by the Hydraulic Trailer Owners Association. And I would like to compliment Nitin Gadkari ji and his team more for the fact that in one program, he has been able to cover several dimensions of the Modi government. Of course, I'm sure many of you know Nitin ji. Nitin ji himself is a very rare combination of a political leader who's got a deep understanding of business, who understands the pain points that you and I go through in our day-to-day lives, who understands what decision-making, what tough decision-making, what decisive decision-making means for business, for government, and most importantly, is a symbol of speed of execution. Very rarely do you find a politician with the ability of Shri Nitin Gadkari to be able to take decisions real time. And if any of you have had the chance to interact with him, you have not even finished your problem, but his understanding and his grasp is so quick that he would have understood your issue. Either he would be already punching in the person's number on the mobile, or he would have instructed his secretary, usko phone lagao, और हाथ की हाथ काम खत्म करो, जो विषय है उसको वहीं पे समाप्त करो, उसका समाधान करो और व्यक्ति को खुश करके भेजो कि विषय टंगा नहीं, उसमें कागज पत्री नहीं हुआ, लंबा चौड़ा समय नहीं गया, but quick resolution of problems. I think that has been one of the hallmarks of Nitin ji's leadership. And in that sense, your industry is quite privileged to have him as your minister. And in this program also, I was trying to assess what are the dimensions of this. On the face of it, it may look to be a small thing, a digital website, movement of cargo or heavy cargo, and now it will be an online process, much simplified. I hope even the payment of fees is online. Yeah. So it will eliminate your going to somebody's office and all the other attendant issues. As ministers, we cannot speak as freely as we could do outside our official role. But now look at what Gadkari ji has been able to achieve with this quick resolution of an issue. Mr. Rao just mentioned he had first flagged off this issue on 9th of December 2009, which is just about 5 years ago. Now, an issue which got flagged off 5 years ago, which has been a pain point for both the consumer, the users, and all of you gentlemen, should have got resolved by now, should have got resolved much earlier. But it took Mr. Nitin Gadkari to come in. It took Mr. Rao flagging off that issue to the government once the new government came in. When we were talking of the Make in India initiative, I remember Mr. Rao got up and said, but sir, to transport one piece of equipment, it takes me 9 months. So how do you expect me to be competitive in pricing? And how do you expect me to deliver on time? And ultimately, if I don't deliver on time, it clogs my cash flow, it clogs my production line, it affects the power plants whose cost overrun comes into play, whose cost goes up. Power being a regulated commodity, most often that increased cost is passed on to the consumer. So end of the day, a small thing like delay in transport of equipment can actually have national dimensions. And in that respect, what Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister, desires all of us to do is to first do the root cause analysis and see which are those small pain points which are troubling business, which are hampering ease of doing business in India, which are adding to the cost of doing business in India. And in that sense, what I found most interesting and most praiseworthy about today's program is the fact that Mr. Gadkari and his team have been able to support the Make in India program in a very big way. Simultaneously, they are ensuring ease of business, both for you as transport operators and for we and other consumers or users of your services, to combine the Digital India initiative and bring the whole process through technology into a simplified mode. As I'm now informed, even the payment will be simplified through online payment, internet payment. And there are two other dimensions which naturally get covered with this. I'm sure with more transparency in the system, there will also be a more level playing field. After all, the ability of different persons to manage the system is also different. But in a computer-based, technology-oriented setup, everybody gets a level playing field. So it's not as if I have a relationship with a particular individual, so my approvals will happen first and your approvals will take longer. So I get a better potential to do business better, or I have a higher potential to earn money. I think the fact that this level playing field comes in through intervention of technology is the fourth dimension. Of course, it was mentioned that the overload of truck, I think Manishji mentioned about overloaded trucks. While I remember a few years ago, there was a major initiative, and we did for some time find that every truck had come down to its rated capacity. And in fact, that's good for the system. It reduces your accidents. It gives more equal business to everybody. It reduces corrupt practices. Because what happens, and I say this from my experience, if one person or a set of few people are indulging in illegal activity or overloading of trucks, either everybody else also has to overload trucks to become competitive or get out of the market. And in that sense, we are creating a whole ecosystem which then tends to do all the wrong practices because one set of people have spoiled the system, and in order to remain competitive, we are all participating in the wrong practice. And in that sense, such initiatives will help eliminate things like overloading, things like corruption, will possibly also help you get expanded business in the days to come. We can have a more safe and secure road transport system. Ultimately, the overloaded trucks tend to turn around and tend to have accidents. We tend to lose lives. Every human life is important for all of us. And अगर मेरा निजी स्वार्थ देखूं, तो अगर मुझे पावर फॉर ऑल करना है, जो मेरा स्टेटेड ऑब्जेक्टिव है, तो जितनी जल्दी ये इक्विपमेंट प्लांट्स तक पहुंचेगा, प्लांट्स लगेंगे, वॉशरीज लगेंगी, कोल माइनिंग इक्विपमेंट पहुंचेगा, उतनी जल्दी कोयला का उत्पादन बढ़ेगा, उतनी जल्दी बिजली का निर्माण होगा, और उतनी जल्दी बिजली हर घर को 24/7, हर खेत को पर्याप्त मात्रा में, हर उद्योग को, हर दुकान को मिल सकेगी. तो मेरा निजी स्वार्थ भी है कि ये कार्यक्रम सुंदर रूप से चले, ईमानदारी से ये प्रोसेस हो, खर्चे आप लोगों के कम हो, आपकी कॉम्पिटिटिव एबिलिटी बढ़े, और उससे जाके जो पावर प्लांट्स लगने हैं, जो अलग अलग क्षेत्र में औद्योगिकरण होना है, जो इंडस्ट्री आनी है, वो इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन जो भारत की आज प्रेसिंग नीड है. अगर हमें रोजगार करना है, युवा युवतियों को एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को ख़त्म करना, एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को ख़त्म करना है, युवा युवतियों को जॉब्स देनी है, रोजगार के अवसर देने हैं, तो मुझे लगता है औद्योगिकरण अनिवार्य है. और इस प्रकार के जो बिजनेस को, औद्योगिकरण को जो तकलीफ़ें थीं, उनको हम इस मार्ग के द्वारा ख़त्म करें. इस डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी, इस कंप्यूटर एज में चीज़ों को ट्रांसपेरेंट और आसान करने से जो हम औद्योगिकरण को प्रोत्साहन देंगे, मैं समझता हूँ वो आज के कार्यक्रम की सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि होगी। मैं आज श्री नितिन गडकरी जी को, उनकी टीम को तहे दिल से बधाई देता हूँ इस बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कार्य को संपन्न करने में, और मुझे लगता है उनकी डायनामिक लीडरशिप में ऐसे और कई कार्यक्रम जो देश भर में चल रहे हैं, उसका जो इफ़ेक्ट है वो इतना सिग्निफिकेंट होगा, इतना बड़ा इसका असर पड़ेगा देश के अर्थव्यवस्था पे, कि आगे आने वाले दिनों में जो हमारा वादा है देश के सामने कि आर्थिक व्यवस्था सुधारें, देश में भ्रष्टाचार को ख़त्म करें, देश में जो सामान्य आदमी हैं उनकी सुविधाएं सुधरे, उसमें जो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट और शिपिंग का जो बहुत बड़ा योगदान है वो और तेज़ी से होता रहेगा और हम सब उसका लाभ उठाएंगे। उसके लिए मैं गडकरी जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। एक छोटी बात रख के अपनी बात को ख़त्म करूँगा। मैं समझता हूँ आप सबके पास एक बहुत बड़ी ताकत है। आप सब देश भर में आपके ट्रक्स जाते हैं, देश भर में आपकी रीच है, देश भर में आपके लोग पूरे समय घूमते रहते हैं, अलग अलग ढाबों में रुकते हैं, अलग अलग छोटे दुकानों से संपर्क बनता है उनका, लोगों के साथ जो लोडर्स अनलोडर्स आपके साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। आपके जो इंडस्ट्री का रीच है वो मेरे हिसाब से देश भर में इतना फैलाव है उसका, और इतना वास्ट रीच है हर वर्ग के, हर तबके के लोगों के साथ, कि आप सरकार के 3 कार्यक्रमों में बहुत अहम भूमिका निभा सकते हैं। एक तो जन धन योजना, वास्तव में प्रधानमंत्री जी के इनिशिएटिव से आज लगभग 10 करोड़ 30 लाख हिसाब अकाउंट्स, नए अकाउंट्स अभी तक खुल चुके हैं। मात्र 1.25% लोग घर अभी देश में रह गए हैं। We have covered 98.5% of the homes in the country. It's just about that 1.5% homes. You can help us reach out to that last bit. They may be in the interiors of India, they may be in the remote corners of India. शायद ट्रक्स के ड्राइवर्स, हेल्पर्स, जो ढाबे में बच्चा काम कर रहे, कोई जो नौकरी कर रहा है आदमी, इन सब लोगों तक पहुंचना, उसमें अगर आप हमारी मदद करके ये जनधन योजना, उसके लाभ पूरे देश तक पहुंचाते हैं, और साथ ही साथ जो स्वच्छता का अभियान माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने लिया है, 2019 तक इस देश को इतना स्वच्छ बना दें कि चाहे सिंगापुर हो, चाहे न्यूयॉर्क हो, नहीं वैसे न्यूयॉर्क अच्छा एग्जाम्पल नहीं है, पर चाहे सिंगापुर हो या दुबई हो, कोई भी जगह हम जाएं उससे ज़्यादा स्वच्छ हमारा भारत क्यों ना हो। उसमें भी अगर आपके जो रोविंग एम्बेसडर्स देश भर में घूमते हैं, वो ढाबे वाले को बोले भैया तू सफाई रख, एक डस्टबिन रख, ज़मीन पे कुछ ना फेंक, जहाँ जहाँ वो गंदगी देखें उसको रिपोर्ट करें तो हम उसके ऊपर एक्शन ले सकें। कुछ एक इंडस्ट्री वाइड आप अगर ये मुहिम चलाएं, जनधन योजना में जो बाकी थोड़े बहुत बचे हुए लोग हैं उनको जोड़ना, स्वच्छता को देश भर में फैलाना, और अगर मैं अपना निजी स्वार्थ देखूं तो बिजली बचाने में जो जो आप लोग ये मैसेज देश भर में लेके जा सकते हैं कि कैसे हर यूनिट बिजली का बचाया हुआ कोई गरीब की कुटिया को बिजली दे सकता है, ये मैसेज अगर 3 मैसेजेस आप देश भर में आपके एसोसिएशन द्वारा लेके जा सकें, तो मैं समझता हूं कि जो काम सरकार करने जा रही है उसको भागीदारी से आप सबके साथ करने में माननीय नितिन जी, मैं, हम सब प्रधानमंत्री जी के उस विजन को पूरा करने में और तेजी से सफल हो पाएंगे, ऐसा मैं आप सबसे अनुरोध करता हूं। आप सबको फिर एक बार बहुत बहुत बधाई। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you very much, sir, for a very inspiring address. Ladies and gentlemen, as we heard from our guest of honor, Shri Goel, as to how this landmark initiative to digitize the process leading to online approval for movement of OD, OWC on modular hydraulics with minimum loss of time to expedite timely deliveries of heavy equipment shall promote our PM's Make in India vision becoming a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, it is now time when I request our Honorable Chief Guest to now launch the online portal. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please hear it once again for the web portal for online permission facility for movement of over-dimensional, overweight cargo by modular hydraulic trailers. On that, sir, एक और गुजारिश है आपसे कि we request you, sir, to launch the heavy haulers HTOA journal at this point in time. So can we please have the journal on stage very quickly? This will be the first ever heavy lift journal of India to be launched by our honorable chief guest, Shri Gadkari. Zordar taaliyan ek baar, ladies and gentlemen. Can we please hear it once again, ladies and gentlemen? Heavy haulers, and this is a hydraulic trailers owners association journal being released officially at this very momentous occasion by our honorable chief guest, Shri Nitin Gadkari. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this significant moment. With that, it is now my honor and my privilege to request you, sir, to please address all of us. A huge round of applause once again for Shri Gadkari.
माननीय पीयूष गोयल जी, मंच पर उपस्थित सभी महानुभाव और उपस्थित भाई और बहनों, मैं सबसे पहले हमारे विभाग के सभी अधिकारी और प्रमुखों का विशेष रूप से अभिनंदन करूंगा कि जो रिफॉर्म का काम हम कर रहे हैं उसमें और एक अच्छा काम पोर्टल फॉर ऑनलाइन अप्रूवल ऑफ मूवमेंट ऑफ हाई डायमेंशनल एंड ओवरवेट कार्गो, इसके लिए जो हमने पोर्टल आज लॉन्च किया है, इसके लिए मैं उनका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूं और उनको धन्यवाद देता हूं। वैसे ये ट्रांसपोर्ट में कितने तकलीफें आते हैं, इसका अनुभव मुझे मिला है, और इसलिए मुझे मालूम है कि जैसे शादी में लड़कों के तरफ के मेहमानों की जैसी कदर करनी पड़ती है, वैसे हर ज़िले में, हर तालुके में आरटीओ और पुलिस अधिकारियों का, और वो कितनी तकलीफ आपको देते हैं इसको मैं अच्छी तरह से जानता हूँ। और इसलिए स्वाभाविक रूप से जब मेक इन इंडिया का कार्यक्रम हुआ तब राव साहब ने सही कहा था कि 9 महीने लगते हैं, और ये देश के लिए बहुत बड़ा नुकसान है। अगर हम लोग ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए किसी चीज़ के लिए 9 महीने लगाएंगे तो उसको इंस्टॉल कब करेंगे? ये डेड एसेट्स हो जाएंगे। जब मैं हमारे यहाँ ई टोल की बात आई तब IIM कलकत्ता और ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया ने बताया था रिपोर्ट में कि हर टोल नाके पर जो 10 मिनट रुकना पड़ता है उसके कारण देश में कितना नुकसान होता है। उन्होंने कहा था कि 60,000 करोड़ का नुकसान फ्यूल का है और 28,000 करोड़ रुपए वो डेड एसेट हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि वहीं उसका कोई यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं होता, उसके कारण नुकसान होता है। तो दिल्ली और मुंबई के बीच में अगर 18 टोल है तो 10 मिनट अगर एक टोल पर अगर रुकेंगे तो 180 मिनट यानी 3 घंटे हो गए। तो देश के लिए नुकसान बहुत ही, हमारे देश के लिए अच्छा नहीं है, और इसलिए मुझे खुशी हो रही कि हमने अच्छे इनिशिएटिव की शुरुआत की है। और आज मुंबई दिल्ली रोड पर तो पूरे ई टोल है ही, पर पूरे देश में 108 ई टोल स्टेशन हमने चालू कर दिए हैं, जिसके कारण आपको बहुत बड़ा रिलीफ मिलेगा। और अगली मार्च तक 350 टोल हमारे पूरी तरह से इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ऑपरेटेड हो जाएंगे, जिसके कारण आपको टोल नाके पर रुकने की आवश्यकता नहीं पड़ेगी। जहाँ तक पीयूष जी ने जिस बात का उल्लेख किया वेइंग ब्रिज के बारे में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक, उसका आज ही टेंडर खुल रहा है, और हमारा प्रयास है कि मार्च तक हम सभी टोल नाके पर वेइंग ब्रिज, हमारे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेइंग ब्रिज रहेंगे, जिसके कारण आप जो कह रहे वो तकलीफ नहीं आएगी। मैं विशेष रूप से आपसे ये अनुरोध करूंगा कि ये नेशनल हाईवे का हुआ है काम, पर स्टेट हाईवे का नहीं हुआ है, क्योंकि हमारे गवर्नमेंट में एक सोच होती है कि हमारे साथ जितना काम है उस पॉइंट तक सोचो, उसको आगे सोचने के लिए उनको कहते हैं कि ये राज्य सरकार करेगा, और ये कि राज्य सरकार अगर नहीं करेगा तो हमारे करने का भी फायदा उतना ज़्यादा आपको नहीं मिल पाएगा। जितने स्पीड से आप नेशनल हाईवे से जाओगे वहाँ स्टेट हाईवे वाले, डिस्ट्रिक्ट रोड वाले आपको रोक देंगे और वो समय आपका खराब करेंगे। तो मैं आपको ये विश्वास देना चाहता हूँ कि किसी भी समस्या का सॉल्यूशन एट एंड तक मिलना चाहिए। इसलिए नए एक्ट में हम निश्चित रूप से ये डालेंगे कि राज्य सरकार इस प्रकार से, जिस प्रकार की अरेंजमेंट हमने की उस प्रकार का पोर्टल भी वो तैयार करें और निश्चित कालावधि के अंदर आपको अनुमति दें, और उतने कालावधि के अंदर अगर उन्हें अनुमति नहीं दी तो वो डीम सैंक्शन करके समझा जाएगा, ताकि वो डिले होकर फिर आप उसके पीछे घूमने की आपको आवश्यकता नहीं पड़ेगी। इसका भी हम नियम बनाएंगे। मुझे लगता है कि छोटी छोटी बातों में भी सुधार होने से देश को बहुत बड़ा फायदा हो सकता है। एक बात जरूर है कि अगर आपका समय भी कम होगा, फ्यूल भी बचेगी, तो रेट भी कम करिए, क्योंकि अब डीजल के रेट भी कम हो गए। डीजल के भी रेट कम हुए हैं, इसके कारण आपको जगह जगह पर जो लक्ष्मी दर्शन करना पड़ता था उसकी भी ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। आपका काम होगा आसानी से और आपका कार्गो मूवमेंट भी फास्ट होगी, तो ट्रांसपोर्ट का जो किराया है उसमें भी कमी होनी चाहिए। निश्चित रूप से हमारे देश को हम लोग विकास की ओर ले जाना चाहते हैं और बार बार प्रधानमंत्री जी डिजिटल इंडिया, टेक्नोलॉजी, ई गवर्नेंस, इनोवेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इसकी बात करते हैं, और ये उसी समय संभव होगा कि जब हमारे एग्जिस्टिंग गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर और सिस्टम में हम सिस्टम को ट्रांसपेरेंट करेंगे, मॉडर्नाइज करेंगे, टाइम बाउंड करेंगे, रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड करेंगे, और उसके साथ जो आम आदमी है उसके लिए ये अगर सुसह्य बनेगी तो ही हम लोग ये परिणाम हासिल कर सकते हैं। और इसलिए स्वाभाविक रूप से हमने हमारे लेवल पर अनेक चेंजेस किए हैं। अब पीयूष जी ने कहा है कि स्वच्छ भारत की बात कही है, पर स्वच्छ भारत और प्रदूषण मुक्त भारत भी होना चाहिए, और इसलिए टेक्नोलॉजी में मैं आपसे आह्वान करूंगा कि ज़्यादातर अगर डीजल से जो पोल्यूशन होता है वो काफ़ी बड़ा है। क्या इसमें, मुझे शायद लगता है संभावना कम होगी, पर इसमें सीएनजी का उपयोग हो सकता है क्या? धीरे धीरे टेक्नोलॉजी बदल रही है और अलग अलग प्रकार की जो ग्रीन फ्यूल्स है, जो प्रदूषण मुक्त हमको दिशा की ओर ले जाने वाली है, उसको प्रोत्साहित करने की नीति हमने अपनाई है। हम हमारे ट्रांसपोर्ट को इलेक्ट्रिक पर, बायोफ्यूल पर बदलना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि स्वाभाविक रूप से इसके कारण प्रदूषण भी कम होगा और मेक इन इंडिया का भी सपना पूरा होगा। और इसलिए निश्चित रूप से दुनिया काफ़ी बदल रही है। कुछ दिन पहले मुझे मौका मिला, मैं स्वीडन में स्कैनिया कंपनी में उनके रिसर्च सेंटर में करीब 5-6 घंटे घूम रहा था, और मैंने बहुत सी बातें बहुत ही माइन्यूटली देखी है। इंडियन ऑटोमोबाइल सेक्टर को बदलने की बहुत बड़ी आवश्यकता है, और जब मैं उनके साथ मीटिंग में गया था तब मैंने उनको कहा कि आप बिल्कुल बदलिए, और अगर नहीं बदलेंगे तो हम आपको घिसटते हुए लेके जाएंगे, और नहीं आएंगे तो फॉरेन पार्टनर को पकड़ के आगे जाएंगे, आप पीछे रह जाएंगे। समय के साथ बदलना होगा और नई नई टेक्नोलॉजी को लाना होगा, और देश में प्रदूषण की समस्या भी गंभीर है, उसको भी कम करना होगा। और मुझे लगता है कि इसमें जो इनोवेशन है, टेक्नोलॉजी में जो इम्प्रूवमेंट है, वो स्वाभाविक रूप से आपके सेक्टर के लिए भी निश्चित रूप से उपयोगी होने वाली है। आखिरी में मैं आपसे एक और रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि हम लोग सबसे ज़्यादा प्रायोरिटी वाटरवेज को देना चाहते हैं। चाइना का टोटल ट्रैफिक, पैसेंजर एंड गुड्स ट्रैफिक 44% पानी पर है, और हमारे देश का केवल 3.3% है। अगर हम रोड पर जाएंगे तो अगर 1.5 रुपये खर्चा आएगा, रेलवे से जाएंगे तो 1 रुपये खर्चा आएगा, तो पानी से जाएंगे तो 30 पैसे या 50 पैसे खर्चा आ सकता है। तो हम लोग अभी 4 वाटरवेज का काम हमने हाथ में लिया है। अगले 2 महीने में वाराणसी से हल्दिया तक
वाटरवेज का काम हम शुरू कर रहे हैं। महानदी में पारदीप पोर्ट के पास वहाँ भी एक वाटरवेज का काम हम शुरू करने वाले हैं। दिल्ली से आगरा तक भी काम की शुरुआत करने के बारे में सोच रहे हैं। और नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ब्रह्मपुत्रा में भी हम वाटर ट्रांसपोर्ट का काम शुरू करने के लिए बहुत ही प्राधान्य से ध्यान दे रहे हैं। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप अभी ये जो ट्रांसपोर्ट सेक्टर है, ये अगर इनलैंड वाटरवेज में अगर कहीं ना कहीं कॉन्सेंट्रेट करेगा तो देश के लिए फ्यूल सेविंग भी होगी, टाइम सेविंग भी होगा, कॉस्ट भी बचेगी और उससे बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा रिलीफ मिलेगा। और इसलिए मैं आपसे आह्वान करूंगा कि ये जो इनोवेशन है इसमें वाटर ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए भी आप ज़रूर सोचिए। 10,000 टन तक का, क्योंकि जो ड्राफ्ट हम रखने वाले हैं उसमें 10,000 टन तक का शिप चल सकता है। करीब 4 से 5 मीटर का ड्राफ्ट गंगा में करने की हमारी कोशिश है। और बाकी जगह भी टेक्नोलॉजी बदली हुई है। अभी हल्दिया से फराक्का तक कोल्ड ट्रांसपोर्ट हमने बारजेस में किया है और नए नए पोर्ट की कैपेसिटी भी बढ़ा रही है। वाटर पोर्ट बना रहे हैं, जैसे एयरपोर्ट है वैसे वाटर पोर्ट भी बन रहे हैं और धीरे धीरे इस सिस्टम में हमारे देश के लिए भी बहुत फ़ायदा होगा, कॉस्ट भी बचेगी और उसके साथ साथ स्वाभाविक रूप से फ्यूल भी बचेगा। यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ में मैंने देखा है कि अनेक जगह पर नदी के ऊपर बाजू में ही इंडस्ट्री होती है और इंडस्ट्री अपना माल पानी के ऊपर फिर समुद्र में ले जाती है और समुद्र से फिर शिप में लोड करते, जिससे उनकी कॉस्ट बचती है। टाइम बचाना, फ्यूल बचाना और कॉस्ट को कम करना और कॉम्पिटिटिव बनना, इससे हमारे एक्सपोर्ट बढ़ने वाले हैं और एक्सपोर्ट बढ़ेगी तो देश की इकोनॉमी मजबूत होने वाली है और मेक इन इंडिया के कारण एम्प्लॉयमेंट पोटेंशियल खड़ा होने वाला है। इसलिए हमारे सेक्टर में छोटी छोटी बातों में किस प्रकार से हम क्वालिटेटिव रिफॉर्म करें, सुधार करें, जिससे सेक्टर को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फ़ायदा हो, यही हमारी कोशिश है। हम लोग और रोड के बाजू में जो नेशनल हाईवे उसके बाजू में रोड साइड एमिनिटीज़ भी कर रहे हैं और विशेष रूप से आपके जो ट्रक्स है, जो ड्राइवर्स है, उनके लिए स्पेशल एक ड्राइवर क्लब जैसी भी, जैसे जहाँ ढाबा भी होगा, वॉशरूम्स भी होगी और आराम करने के लिए भी रूम्स होंगी, कुछ दुकानें भी होंगी और वहाँ वो ठीक प्रकार से आराम कर सकेंगे। ऐसी व्यवस्था करने के लिए योजना भी हमने तैयार की है, उससे भी कंसल्टेंट अपॉइंट किया है, उनका भी रिपोर्ट आया है। जल्दी हम इस काम को भी शुरुआत करने वाले हैं। मुझे लगता है कि इस सेक्टर को जो भी आपको अड़चन है, समस्या है, आप हमारे पास आइए, मुझे डायरेक्टली बताइए, आप हमको कन्विंस करिए या हम आपको कन्विंस करेंगे। जो हो सकता है उसके लिए हाँ कहेंगे, नहीं हो सकता वहाँ आपके मुंह पर बोल देंगे फिर से इसको लाओ मत, समय ख़राब मत करो, हम ये नहीं करने वाले। जो कर सकते हैं, जो गलतियाँ हैं वो ज़रूर सुधारेंगे। हम रिफॉर्म इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहते हैं और सेक्टर को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। ये बहुत अच्छा सुधार जो है, जो आज हुआ है, ये राष्ट्रीय महामार्ग पर हुआ है और इसके साथ साथ राज्यों तक भी, इसके आगे भी आपको इसमें कैसा फ़ायदा मिलेगा, इसकी उचित तरतूद हमारे एक्ट में हम जरूर करेंगे। मुझे प्रधानमंत्री जी का एक आवश्यक मीटिंग के लिए जाना है, इसलिए मैं फिर से एक बार आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। और हमारे अधिकारी लगातार मेहनत कर रहे हैं, परिश्रम कर रहे हैं। हमने जो 1988 मोटर व्हीकल एक्ट है, हमारे जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी यहाँ बैठे हैं, हमने अमेरिका, जर्मनी, जापान, इंग्लैंड सभी देशों का अध्ययन किया, वर्ल्ड बैंक के थिंक टैंक का उपयोग किया, दुनिया भर के लोगों के सुझाव लिए, देश के हजारों सुझाव लिए, राज्य सरकार के सुझाव लिए और मेरा विश्वास है कि अगले पार्लियामेंट सेशन में हम इस एक्ट को मंजूर करने में यशस्वी होंगे और ये पूरी सेक्टर को हम ट्रांसफॉर्म करेंगे, ट्रांसपेरेंट करेंगे, भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त करेंगे, टाइम बाउंड करेंगे। और मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि हमारे ऑफिस में अब आए ही नहीं, यानी ऐसे आए पर कोई भी व्यक्ति अपने काम के लिए कोई सरकारी ऑफिस में जाने की उसको आवश्यकता ना पड़े। इतनी ट्रांसपेरेंसी और डिजिटलाइजेशन अगर हमारा होगा तो मुझे लगता है कि देश भी तरक्की और प्रगति और विकास की ओर जाएगा। हम निश्चित रूप में आपको इसमें सहयोग करेंगे, यही विश्वास देता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपका। We thank our honorable chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, for a very, very kind, compelling and indeed conquering address. It is visionary leaders like him that translate the vision into a reality. We'd like to thank him with a small token of our appreciation. And may I request Mr. Bharat Gandhi to kindly join us on stage very quickly and present a small token of our appreciation to our honorable chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, another loud round of applause for our Honorable Union Minister, Shri Nitin Jairam Gadkari. Thank you very much, sir. Leaders like these make change happen, ladies and gentlemen. Can we hear it for him once again? I would request, Shri Goyal, we request you to please accept a small token. May I request Mr. Rajkumar Agarwal ji to please join us on stage very quickly. Huge round of applause for our guest of honor, Shri Piyush Goyal, Honorable Minister of State for New and Renewable Energy, Power and Coal, Government of India. Thank you yet again, sir. Thank you very much. And with that, very quickly, may I request Shri T.G. Ramalingam to step on stage and present the next one to Shri Vijay Chibbar, Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. A huge round of applause for Shri Chibbar. May I request Shri Jignesh Patel to kindly join us on stage and present the next one to Shri S.N. Das. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, once again for Shri Das. DG Roads Development and Special Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Mr. Patel will be presenting a small token of our appreciation to Shri Das. Please accept, sir. May I request Shri Ram Ratan Agarwal to kindly step on stage and present the next one to Shri A.P. Pathak, CE Bridge, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Thank you very much to Shri Pathak for being our strength. Thank you, sir. We'd also like to thank at this point, and may I request Shri K.K. Agarwal to step forward and present the next one to Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL. Once again, we have to thank BHEL, ladies and gentlemen, for their tremendous efforts in supporting this cause. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Shri Rao. May I request Sukhvinder ji to kindly step on stage and present the next one to Shri Vishnu Agarwal, Chairman IMA. And can we have more and more applauses, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much to our audience members for all the applauses. May I request Mr. Rajesh Gupta to kindly step forward and thank Shri Kamal Bali, Managing Director of Volvo Trucks India, Shri Rajesh Gupta. Okay. Shri Ram Ratan Agarwal, if you could join us again. And next, Shri J.P. Martin, if you're here, to present the next one to Shri Armin Kalyaniwala, CEO, All Cargo. Mr. J.P. Martin presents it to Mr. Kalyaniwala, CEO, All Cargo. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be seated. We're not taking a break, but this is time for the very significant word of thanks. I request Shri A.P. Pathak to kindly extend the vote of thanks at this point in time. Please welcome him once again with a loud round of applause, everyone.
Respected our Honorable Minister Shri Gadkari Sahab, who has already left for the Prime Minister's meeting, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable Minister of State for Independent Charge, Shri Vijay Chibbar, our Secretary, Shri S.N. Das, the DG Roads and Special Secretary, Shri B.P. Rao, CMD BHEL, Chairman STO, Mr. Kataria, dignitaries on the dais, representatives from the industries, and friends from the media. On behalf of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, we wish you all a very happy and successful New Year 2015, sir. I would like to thank our chief guest, who has already left, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, to have taken out from his busy schedule time and honor us with the provocating address.
and clearly depicts his vision for improving the economy of the country and supporting this sector. Without his guidance and support, we could not have achieved this feat so early. I would like to thank Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable Minister of State Independent Charge, to have taken time out from his busy schedule and honor with us with his kind words. I would like to thank Shri Bijay Chhabbar, our Secretary, for his wholehearted support and guidance to achieve this landmark initiative. I also thank him for taking out his valuable time for his busy schedule from his busy and address this August gathering. I would like to thank our DG, Shri S.N. Das ji, for his support and guidance to achieve this historic initiative. I would like to thank CMD Shri BHL Shri BP Rao ji for taking out his valuable time to address the concern of the industry. I would like to thank Chairman STO Shri Manish Kataria and his team for organizing this function in such a professional manner and provided platform to all stakeholders to share their views. We'll look forward to STO relentless support and cooperation in future with similar collaborative approach to work on many others such initiatives for national building. I would personally like to thank my colleagues of Bridge Zone in the ministry for their hard work and efforts leading to the launch of this web portal. I would like to thank friends from electronic and as well as the print media who have taken out their precious time in early hours of the day to cover this function at very short notice. I also hope that they will give wide publicity and highlight this unique feat of our ministry for facilitating the heavy movement for economic growth of the country. Last but not the least, I would like to thank representatives of the industries from India and abroad who have taken out their valuable time to participate. I hope they will share their views and ideas in technical session of the seminar on heavy transport in India and also get benefited with the views of the experts in this field. It is a great achievement by the ministry that will boost this industry. These efforts will further augment major initiatives like Make in India and Digital India by the Government of India. In the last, I would like to congratulate STO for launch of first Indian heavy lift general heavy haulers. We look forward to your continued support for the success of the initiative. Thank you. Thank you all. Thanks a lot.